it's a magical set. It's a magical monument in Rome. It's a very iconic monument in Rome. We have a lot of other monuments, fortunately.
Very
but
true.
Trevi Fountain is something magic even in the film history.
Yes.
La Dolce Vita,
Yeah.
Fellini. So we have a lot of iconic films with these monuments.
Of course, yeah.
And Lego did the same decision to bring back this game. Now, another personal question. What part do you like during the development process? I know it's very different.
Yeah.
Obviously, not only in this new set, but also in other set that you made, or maybe in the future set.
Yeah. I think there's two parts of the process that I really, really enjoy. The first would be just general brainstorming. I love it when we get a group of people together and we're just getting ideas out there. Yes, and it's so fun to work in a team, and I really love that aspect of it. I feel like brainstorming is very group based, and to me it's like, it just feels so designed. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's always been a very favorite part. But the other part that I really like is kind of like middle into the process, we start really focusing on the build experience. So like how the bags are separated and what it feels like when you build, like for the Trevi Fountain, the water bed itself you build separately, so you can really focus on that. You can focus on the gradient when you're putting on all the different pieces, and I really appreciated building that, and then it's like very satisfying to put it into the build. And then there's different chunks that you build out, and I really like thinking through that process and thinking like what it would be like if this was the very first Lego set you're building, if this was your 100th Lego set you're building, and trying to like bring fun techniques and different experiences for all those people. Yeah.
It's very difficult to transform the idea. I think that first of things, you made the idea on the paper, the classical artistic way to make something. It's very difficult to change the idea from the mind to paper and after paper on the Lego set. Or is it something natural at the beginning, not after many years that you work on in Lego?
I think at the beginning, yes, because still learning the Lego system, like there's so many different solutions to one problem, you could say. So it's trying to find the very best solution can definitely take some time. And I'm definitely someone that likes to sketch out what I'm working on beforehand. And I take a while to sketch out and really think through what I'm doing. So then it is easier for me once I move to bricks that I have like a more complete idea in my head. And I think that really helps the process. Yeah.
Linked to this question, I want to ask another things. For you, it's better to create something from the fantasy, like I know that you made the Santa's post office, or something from the real world, so a real monument like Fontana di Trevi, or maybe a Star Wars set, so Star Wars spaceship. What do you like? What do you prefer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they both have different challenges. For sure.
Absolutely.
And I liked the creative freedom that the Santa's post office had. It was like me and a whole group of people coming up with ideas like what sort of crazy things are the elves getting up to in Santa's post office. And I think that was a very fun like creative exercise and very fun to brainstorm. But on the other hand, I really like having solid reference material because then I get to focus on each individual detail, which is so important. So I don't know if I have a preference, but I think working on the Trevi Fountain was my favorite process so far. So I guess maybe it's something from reality.
Okay. It's a good point of view. I know that Gilead, for example, built something from fantasy, like Harry Potter, because Harry Potter have some references, like to say, but it's personal.
Yes, for sure.
It's a fantasy system. Not last question. I want to know if you want to tell us something more about your Santa's post office. You stay here today.
Yes. Santa's post office. That was
your second.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the second release set, but it was actually the first set I ever worked on. So it was my first week, and again I was working with Rook, and he was working on a concept, just like a really quick sketch model for this, and then And yeah, it was Santa's post office then too. And basically it had like this huge chimney in the center, and then it was like, oh, we could have a hot air balloon like drop like letters down the chimney, but it kind of looked like the letters were being burned. So I had to change it into a chute system, so no letters were anywhere near a fireplace. But that was the very first thing I worked on, and it was some of the very first things I was sketching out there. And I think it was a very fun, I guess, moment where I was kind of like called over, and I was like, yeah, like you're part of the team. Like, here you go, we're doing this now, and it felt really nice. Yeah.
Yes, it's like it's like something I asked you before. The question I asked you before, when the first time that you say, okay, it's nice your turn to make something for us. It's a new set.
Yeah.
I think something very emotional. So happy but scared because okay now.
It's real.
It's very hard. Okay,
Yeah.
Now it's my real turn.
Yes.
Last question, because I asked something before privately. Tell us where come from your idea of your doodles. I saw a lot of doodles, sketches, your pins, your Pokemon pins. This is something fantastic. Explain you, it's a very artist. It's like the other Lego designer that made a lot of things from the artist world, so painting and drawings. So tell us something. I think is your passion.
Yeah, I think truly drawing and painting is my passion. I just want to make cute little things, you know, bright, colorful things. I feel like I want to like capture a lot of emotion that I'm feeling and just like give it back to the world positively. And I love Lego design, and I think part of the reason why I went into design was because I've always been drawing constantly, and this was like a very productive way to continue drawing, continue making. So it's definitely something I really enjoy, and I really like that I have free time and I'm able to like have a passion outside of Lego building as well, which is I think really important.
You need to master other things outside.
Yeah. So I think moving into Lego design has given me more time to work on like other creative things, because I'm no longer spending my hobby time building Lego stuff. I do that at work. So now I have more time to draw and make things. My dream is to make a graphic novel someday. So hopefully sometime.
Sometime, yes.
Yes.
The future is
yes.
It's a long. I hope it's a long. See the history now.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you to explain these other parts. Yeah, I'm so happy about the interview, and enjoy Rome if you stay other hours before leaving again.
Yeah.
And thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.